Ask Tom on Home Show.
Dell from Four Corners, Texas, has a question about foundation and framing.
Yeah, he's got a corner fireplace, and the wall near it, where it slopes down, is doing this. You can see the crack he's getting there. And Dell writes, I was listening to your show when a woman called about her foundation. You told her to call Due West. Well, you mentioned that it's not her foundation. It may be a framing issue. I had Due West come out, and they confirmed it was not my foundation, which I love that about Due West. They come out. They're not out there to sell a foundation if they don't have to. And so anyway, so he wants to know, who do I call now to address this framing issue?
I tell you, and I've looked at this picture, and it's Due West is absolutely right. This is not a foundation problem. This is a stress point in a house. All homes have some stress points, especially when you get the different types of ceilings coming together and all the members coming together. And in this case, you can see, a lot of people can't see it, but I can see how all the framing connects at that one point. So you're going to get movement there. That crack will continue to come back unless it's handled a little bit differently. This would actually be a call for Rudy's Quality Painting. They should come in and they should redo that area of sheetrock by securing it tighter and probably putting a flexible filler in there and painting it to match. And it might show its face down the road someday, but it's always going to have movement there. You always have to accept that. Now, if you want to get creative, for other people who have these kind of areas in their home, sometimes you can actually put trim over the top of it and trim it and cover that spot so everything behind the trim moves, but the trim's all caulked and painted and you never notice it. So you handle these areas a little differently. It's not a major problem. It's a cosmetic problem. It probably, when you repaint your home once in a while, clean it up, that little area can be caulked and painted and it'll be fine. But whatever you have there is just movement, and it's just a little bit of movement that's causing that sheetrock, which does not like to move. I'll show that little straight crack right there. That's all.
Now, is this a one and done kind of fix, Tom? I mean, you're going to come, you're going to fix this, you're going to paint it, or is this crack going to reappear later as the house expands, contracts, and moves around, as houses do to some degree or not?
No one knows. This is like when you call an engineer in, you say, I'm going to get an engineer to fix this. He's going to come in and he's going to look at something. He's going to say exactly what he sees at that very moment. Right now, we see a crack. If you brought an engineer in after Rudy fixed it and you couldn't see anything, he's going to say, it looks fine to me. There's no crack. Does that mean next week or 10 years from now, a little crack might appear again? Nobody's going to know. So that's not something you can answer. But the big answer is it's not a big problem. It's just a point where you're getting some movement. And if somebody gets in there, nails it right and patches it right and stuff, it should take a while if it ever does come back. I don't think it's just going to be there the next morning. No.
It's a good example of why we have our Home Show Pros at HomeShowRadio.com right there on the homepage. You'll also find them you can also find them organized by category to help you, and that will get you what you need at HomeShowRadio.com. Find more videos like this on our YouTube channel, and of course at HomeShowRadio.com.